How's it going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in my 1971 Ford Torino 500 spring promotional package, which is the Halo Roof Torino. So again, we have a 1971 Ford Torino 500. What is really cool about this car is it is an M Code 351 Cleveland 4-barrel setup. It does not retain the numbers matching 71 model block in it, but it does have a date code replacement motor that's in it. I don't know as to when or as to why the motor was changed, but it does not have the numbers matching block, but it is a 71 date code block. Runs extremely well, and this is an excellent driving Torino. Backed by the C6 3-speed automatic transmission. You have your standard power steering, power front disc brakes, and then this one does have the under-dash AC unit, which was probably installed at the dealership back in the day, and it blows really nice and cold. My knee is freezing as we speak. I'm gonna flip it up there. Again, the AC is R134A, and it blows nice and cold. On your exhaust system, it retains a stock style set of manifolds, and then you do have a full aftermarket dual exhaust system, which sounds great. When we do our return trip, I'll get into the throttle a little bit more so you can hear the mufflers, but it's an awesome sounding Torino. Y'all follow my videos and follow my page. You know I'm a huge Torino fan, and I actually really like this car. It's an excellent driving car. Cruises at 75 miles an hour with no problems whatsoever. That air is blowing nice and cold. On your interior, you have a code 1A black interior. Being that it's the spring promotional package, you got some different stylings. You have the little spears on the inside of the doors here, that red that matches the trim that goes around the Halo top. I think the seat covers are probably original. The dash does have a dash cap on it. As you can see, I can move it there. There's a little warped spot right there. It can easily be glued down a little bit better, or you could buy an aftermarket replacement dash pad. The gauges are all really easy to read and original. There's like a little sticker spot right here on the lens that could easily be kind of scraped off to make that a little easier to see. The lower portion of the dash is nice. The door panels look good. On the rear interior parts of the door panels at the very top, there's a couple very small little splits. There's a small little touch-up spot in the headliner there, and there's like a little L-shaped tear that's been kind of like sewn back together on the top of the headliner right above the seatbelt up there on the back. Still has the factory Philco AM radio, horn works, gauges are all reading well. Carpet was probably replaced at some point and is in good shape. The mats look like they're brand new. You got mats in the back. Package tray is nice. Dome light comes on like it should. Just a well-sorted Torino. The items that I have listed as a no are when you put it in reverse, the little white lights and the tail lights don't come on. And then, of course, my favorite, the washer fluid sprayers don't spray any fluid. The number one thing that doesn't work on old cars, apparently, is the washer fluid sprayers, and I don't ever care to fix them. So we'll let these cars go a little bit, and then I'll get in it here. Test out the little Cleveland motor. This does have an aftermarket Holly carb on it. Nice easy shifts. Just a great driving car. On the underneath, I found no rust issues, no rust repair. Very nice and solid on the bottom. Floors, frame rails, inside the trunk, the drop downs. Just a solid Torino. Exterior, believe is code, I believe it's V, which is light pewter metallic. Paint quality is nice. It looks good down the sides. You can see some smaller flaws in the paint and bodywork, but it represents really well. The spring promotional package or the Halo roof, that's what you got with that. That was just one of the things that you could get. The Halo roof is a really cool look for these cars. You got that extra piece of trim and then the paint between both pieces of the trim. This one's got the red insert, which matches the red inserts on the seats and then the door panels. You have some small touch-ups and flaws in the paint. There's like a small little ding on the fender over there on the passenger side. but the car shows well. The 15-inch Magnums have a staggered set of tires. They're brand new. I put them on the car. And then what makes this car just killer looking is you have the front and rear spoilers, and then you have the flat black on the hood, which just accents the black vinyl top really well. I think this car is just absolutely awesome looking. It just looks killer. Doors open and close well. The rear bumper's got some haziness and some spots in it. The front bumper looks nicer than the rear bumper. The rest of the trim very well could be original. There's a few little screws that they used, unfortunately, on the side trim that you could take those out and replace. Nothing that's egregious. Again, cosmetics on the car show well. Take a look at my additional informations tab on my website, pcclassiccars.com. It's going to outline all of the imperfections, but cosmetically, the car you can be very, very proud of. I personally would cut a hole in that flat hood, add a shaker to it, and that would just set this car off. Or you could even find some hideaway headlights, but that's kind of few and far between. Finding original ones that aren't going to cost you $2,500 is definitely tough. But again, cosmetically great looking car. Suspension, a lot of the front end and the suspension components look like they've been done at some point. My guess is there's going to be a receipt in that huge folder of paperwork that I have, but it all checks out great. It's all stock style equipment. This car drives fantastic, as you can see during this video. I think I've driven it longer without my hands on the steering wheel than I have with my hands on the steering wheel. It's a nice, tight, responsive car. Steering goes where you want it to go. Those power brakes work really well. It is discs up front. No weird rattles, no weird shakes. You have your front sway bar, and this one does have aftermarket rear air shocks in the back. There is no fill valve and no lines going to the air shocks. I don't know what someone was doing there, if they were just filling them manually. You could put some little fill valves to raise and lower the back end, but the suspension, again, is nice and tight. You could raise the back end up by filling the air shocks if you want to, but it doesn't need to be done. It tracks really well. Driving position is super comfortable. Plenty of room between me and the steering wheel. The seat will actually go back just a little bit further than where I currently have it. This is a fixed steering wheel. It does not have tilt. And again, you have your 3 gauges. You have your speedometer. You have your factory fuel gauge, and then your temperature gauge, and then the speedo. And then you have your under dash unit for the AC, and then up here is going to be your heat if you want to kick the heat on. Get off the gravel here like we always do. A little bit more acceleration. Shifts well. Just a great driving Torino. I would personally love to see a 5-speed in this car, which would be awesome, and then do a little bit more of an aggressive rear end. I'd swap it to like a 391 gear or something like that. I don't know, whatever you want to do, or you can just leave this car exactly like it sits, because it drives great. Tracks down the road, extremely nice. One thing I forgot to mention, there's like some little hazy spots on the rear view mirror there. Minimal stuff. Wind noises to a minimum. The interior weather stripping on both the door, on the outside part of the door there. You could probably change the felts as they're older on both sides and kind of cracking up. So I would definitely do that. Nitpicky thing. Back seat again looks good. You have your front and rear seat belts. Turn signals work like they should. Very, very cool Torino 500. And again, I have Marty report, Ford invoice, I believe the original window sticker, other miscellaneous original paperwork, as well as a huge folder of documentation that goes with the car. And we bought this from the second owner. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drives. Make sure you check out the virtual description video along with the additional informations tab posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com. I will catch you guys on the next test drive video, and I hope you have a great weekend. I think I might just have to drive this car all weekend. That's a fun car. Really is. Air is super nice and cold. And if I didn't mention it, the AC is R134A, so it's already been converted, which is great. rev it up for you guys one more time. Sounds good.